Welcome back to Betide, and in this video we are going to look at EOS integration kit and a lot of different functionalities, and you can consider this video the documentation for the plugin itself. Even though we have a kind of good documentation which I'm trying to make better, but here we will be showing you everything or mostly everything from achievement, leaderboard, stats, player storage, title storage, sessions, how to register players in sessions, how to log in using different game mode, and everything that I can try to cover in a single video. And now, if you don't know about EOS integration kit, it's an open source EOS wrapper where like you can run any EOS code that we have implemented in blueprints. You don't require C++ or stuff like that. One more thing, it's available on the marketplace and also on our self-hosted Git. If you get it from Git, it will be always the latest files, but we only upload stable versions on the marketplace, or we try to upload stable versions on the marketplace. Consider subscribing the channel. We are planning our second open source project, that is GameLift integration kit, and we are like on the final stages of working on it. It should be coming soon, targeting like 2-3 months timeline for that plugin. But yeah, it all covers everything relating to AWS. So consider subscribing, that helps us a lot. And yeah, let's move on, and hopefully this video will be very helpful for most of the users. Go on. That said, let's get started. Now here I would be using the marketplace version, that is the current version is 2.6, but this video will be valid till version 3.0 and even after that, because no major ground changes would be coming, not from our side, not from EOS subsystems side. Second thing is, you should not enable on any other EOS plugin, because the SDK is made so that if there are two SDKs in a single project, it will not function properly. It will give you errors while building. So no two EOS plugins should be enabled at any point of time, not even the subsystem ones that come with the Unreal Engine. So let's create a new project. I named the project EIK complete video, and this is first third person maybe I can choose. You don't require a C++ project until you want to pack. You will have to add a empty C++ class when you are ready to pack your project. So let's create. Now let's go to settings and plugins. And from here, we can just go to Betide Studio and enable the EOS integration kit. I just now added it from the marketplace, and you can see the version is 2.6.0. Version 2.7.0 is already submitted to the marketplace, so it should be out pretty soon. So let's restart. And here we are. So now when we have the project open, let's create or just to show all the functionalities, I will be putting all the code in the game instance, but it doesn't matter. Now you can put it in widgets or maybe level blueprints, but it's always a good practice to keep them in the game instance itself. So let's create a new blueprint class and game instance and select the game instance object. Let's name this BP game instance and open it up. Now, because this is a game instance, this has to be set for the project. So I will be going to project settings, maps and modes, and setting our created game instance here like this. Now on this game instance, what we need to do is we need to have an event initialized function, and we will just get is EIK active. Print and this should return us whether the EIK is correctly set up or not. Now EIK active doesn't mean if the plugin is enabled or not. This means whether EOS we are connected to EOS or not. Like that means is the plugin function, if you call any function, will it properly function or not. So that is why it's called is EIK active. One more thing that we need to do is, because we don't have the in-editor support and it will be coming in version 3.0. So what you need to do is you need to go to edit and editor preferences and play. And in the additional launch parameters, just add dash log so that we can play as an standalone and get the logs also. So press on these three buttons and standalone game. So you can see we got the logs also. Now if I scroll up, oh, these don't worry about these errors. We will talk about what is this. We should have gotten a yeah, finally here. You can see it says false. So that means the game instance, the EIK plugin itself is not pretty much active as of now. So we have to like make it active. One other way to check if EIK is normally functioning or not, you can just scroll up in the editor when the engine starts up, and you will see somewhere here it will tell you chick, 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 chick. Yeah. Uh, you should see a line initializing EOS SDK version 1.6. Now these errors are also coming from EIK only, but these are solved in 2.7. So hopefully till the time you see this video, the version 2.7 should be out, hopefully. Even if it is not out, we will push a fix for this anyways on GitLab. So if you want to get the latest updated project, you can take that from GitLab. Not a issue. Link for both the GitLab and Marketplace is given in the description. But these will not create any issues with our logic now. Let's restart the project and I will show you something. So here I have opened up our product settings for the page, and this is like a product that we created for the version 2 tutorial which we released a few months ago. It's unlisted, but it's available on the channel. If you want, you can check that out. So this product, like it has very basic settings, nothing that of a thing. It has just server and client configurations and stuff. So let's copy the product ID and go back to the engine. And in the engine, you need to go to settings, project settings, and then scroll down. You will, in the under the game, you will find EOS integration kit. Open this up. And the first option is automatically set up EIK. Now this is a really nice thing. Basically, this will add all the updated configuration for your project. You don't need to do anything else. Uh, like the net driver settings, settings to make EIK active and stuff. But this will not act like this will not act if you already have any type of setting for online subsystem or anything like that already set up in your project. So make sure you don't have any online subsystem related setting already in your project. It should be empty if you want to use automatically set up EIK. Let's take this up and make it okay and restart project. Now, now EOS will be active in our project, but we don't have any settings set to it. So that's why we won't be able to, still the EIK active node will return false. So let's go back to the project settings and EOS integration kit. Now you can see it's set to true. So it has set all our default values. And the first thing that we need to do, like we will not be covering Android iOS settings because it's exactly the same. You just need to put the client ID secret for your Android and or iOS, and it will work. So close this up and let's add a artifact. So artifact is like for a client you require an artifact, and for server you require an artifact. So let's name this client artifact. Product ID is here. Let's go back. This is the client ID and client secret. So let's copy client ID, client secret. Sandbox ID is on the same page, sandbox ID, and deployment ID. And this encryption key you can generate from a 64 hexadecimal generator. Let me show that also. 64 hexadecimal generator. And you have a random generate hex. You can just make the number of digits 64 and generate hex. Copy any of these value, it works, and put it here. It's not something that will go to EOS. It is just a local thing to bind the values. Then you need to set the default artifact name. So basically we have two artifacts, client and the server. Normally we will have the server also if you are using a dedicated server. So here we need to put the default to be the client. And if you want to use overlays, you can enable overlays, but it will not come in the editor if you have the editor overlay turned off. So turn on the editor overlay also if you want this to come in the editor. Now, same way you can have organization name and product. This is not required. These are EIK specific settings. So like if you have these two empty, this button will not work. So like make sure to set the value of product name in the project settings. So if you set these, you can directly go to the dev portal from this button. But other than that, yeah, we can leave the other settings like it and continue. So when we have set all the values, we can just restart the project. And now you can run as an standalone. Now let's go up, and you can see here the blueprint user messages from BP game instance is true. So that means EIK is active now. So if EIK is active, we can now take use of it, and you can see even this EOS you like a log from EOS SDK. That means it is functioning normal. So we can move on with the login settings. So let's talk about a few login methods. Let's remove this from here. Hopefully my voice is not that loud, but yeah, let's create a custom event and name this login test and compile and save, and then call login using EIK. Now we have a couple of login methods that are already functioning, couple of them that I'm trying to get up as soon as possible, couple of them I still need time to get on. Like Oculus, I am trying to run, like get it up as soon as possible. OpenID is up, like you require your custom setup. Same way, most of them already, like Apple, it will take some time because you know. And like developer account portal, persistent auth, Epic launcher, and device ID are already logged, like available. So let's select device ID, and here we will have this input 1 and input 2. We don't require that. So device ID basically is anonymous login using the device that you are using, and basically it doesn't have any effect on like it doesn't save any data back in the EOS. So basically if you change your device, all the data will be lost. Same way we can use Epic Launcher and persistent auth, but the main thing that I want to show is like the device ID, because most of us would be using that only. And I would just print, and I will just print the product user ID. And let's see, I will just add a keyboard event. Now this I am just making directly to directly run this login using the EIK node. And if it is successful, that means the login was successful. Like if it prints that ID, that means the login was successful. So let's press 9. Oh, sorry, it was 8. 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Did I make a mistake? Oh, looks like, yeah, I made a mistake. I think so. This has to be The event will not be taken from here. Let's go and do that in the pawn. In the pawn, I will just quickly make a keyboard event, get game instance, cast to BP game instance, right click, pure cast, and here I will call login test. And hopefully this will work now. I will press 9. Yeah, it worked. And you can see, yeah, now you will see firstly it gives an error, device ID access credentials not found on the local device. So that means like the account that we are using, like there a device ID account did not exist on the machine. And after that, we call a function to create a new account, and then it creates a new account and gives you the ID. So the login was in short successful. Now by the next update, I think by version 3.0, what we are thinking is like we will remove all these SDK errors, or at least try to, because these errors are not required and like are wrong implement, like wrong, uh, like give you a false error mindset and stuff like that. So it disturbs you a lot. But yeah, we are trying to do that and hopefully it should be up soon. Yeah, and that means the login was successful and we can just close this now. And the next time you log in, it will not give this error because the device ID credentials have been created for you. The same way we can test the account portal login and persistent auth. Now the persistent auth login means basically for the first time that you log in, it will ask you to log in using the account portal, and from the next time it will log in you directly. Just to show you, here I will add a print string, no persistent auth credential found, and then we will just do one thing, login using EIK, and we will use the login method for account portal. And if it is successful, we will just print a string. And then if this is successful, here also we will just print a string. Compile and save and run. I will press 9 and it gave me an ID. So before the video started, I did use like persistent auth once, and that's why it had a ID saved. But most probably, if you have never used persistent auth, it will give you an error, because just calling the persistent auth will never log you in directly. You on the failure node, you need to connect the login using EIK account portal method, because if no credentials are found, you need to log in first using the account portal and then come back to the persistent auth. From the next time, it will log in you directly. So if I scroll up here, it should have given that ID, right? Yeah, see, we have this product ID and things like that. Yeah, so it received the F or user auth token and the login was success. But nice. I can use the logout node, and like that will destroy the local session. The next thing is session. Now, when that is done, let's move on to lobbies and sessions. Now, you can even use the Steam method, and the documentation for that has been updated and is on the eik.betide.studio docs. But now let's move on to the next thing, that is, what do we say? Sessions. Now there are two types of sessions. One is the lobby and second is the normal EIK sessions. Now the lobby has a few advantages. You do not need to register players manually. If the player has joined the lobby, it will be registered automatically. There is a limit of 16 players if you have turned the voice on, but that voice cannot be controlled as of now. Now let's move on and implement sessions, because lobby is pretty much easy. You just need to create the node create eik lobby, and it's pretty much similar to sessions. Whereas in the sessions, you need to have an extra step of adding the players to the lobby. to the session, sorry. So let's create a new function, create session, and just call create eik session from here. The session name can be anything, but you need to, like, it's better that you keep it custom. So custom session, I by custom I meant like something which is a constant for everywhere you use. Or if you cannot keep it as a constant and want to keep it as something that will change, you need to use the session name variable and save it as a variable somewhere. And then this is a dedicated server. Nope, this is not a dedicated server. Now for dedicated server, we already have a video up, so you can check that. For ports also, this is a dedicated server only setting that is not allowed, like that is not needed for us. Now number of public sessions is like how many people can directly join this session using that find eik session node. And number of private is how many people can be invited into the session by these 10 people. So we can like keep this 2 maybe. And should advertise will mean basically if you have this should advertise means whether this session should come in the find eik session node or not. And that this thing allow join in progress means whether if the session is started, then the people will be allowed to join or not. So initially the session state is not started, and after you call start eik session, this node, you need to pass the session name again. If you call this, the session will be started, and you can same way you can start lobbies also. If the session is started, then and you have this ticked, then only they will be able to join started eik sessions, or else they will not be able to join. So let's tick this also. And region, if this is just a boolean that will be sent, if you have region selection, then you can keep this also, or else no selection would be better. And for session settings, it means you can pass any session setting that you have. Like I can pass session password. If this is a password protected session, you can pass a password, and on the find session you can verify the user has entered the correct password or not. In our case, we can put it map name. And just to give an example, I can say main map is the name of this map. And either when you find, you can sort the maps by the map name also. So this is done. So when the session is created, we need to server travel to the level that the users will join. Now if this is a listen server, you also need to add listen. Now let's see how we do that. So on success, just execute a console command, and from this command get a append node, and here in the A write server travel space, and in the B write the map name. Let's go to third person maps and right click this and copy the map name. Third person map, it's third person map. I can write it manually. Third person map, correct, right? Yeah. And in the third, just add a this listen, question mark listen. Remember, after server travel, there needs to be a gap between L after L. So just see there is a gap after L. And then in B, you can pass any custom map name that you have or stuff like that. You can also take the value from here. After this is done, let's compile and save. The users will be able to join sessions, but we also need to add a find session node for that. So let's call find sessions, and you can call find eik sessions. Now here there are two types of sessions, lobby and matchmaking sessions. This is a matchmaking session, so we have to select matchmaking here. And how many sessions you should find, I think the limit can go above 100 also, so that's not an issue. And in the session settings, if you want to basically sort the maps by an exact name, you can just call make map, and you can pass the settings that you want. I will be keeping it empty. I want all the sessions to be shown. Now get the session value, and from here you just can call join eik session and pass the value here. This will also give you the session join address if you need, and the result whether it was successful or not. And the same way you can break this array and you can get a lot of things like session resettings, current number of players, max number of players if this is a dedicated server, and all the settings that were passed here. So if you want anything custom to be passed, you can pass it in the session settings also. So when this is done, let's save and go to our pawn and add functions for that. So I will add a 8 key. Here I will call create session. I will add a 7 key and I will call a join session. No, sorry, find session. Oh, just to tell you, on join, it will automatically join the user, so you do not need to worry about anything. And let's play as two windows. Now there is a problem if you notice. We are logging in using, let me go to game instance. So the minor problem is that we are logging for both the users using the persistent auth. So both the accounts will be the same and EOS will not allow that. So you can create a new custom event and say login test 2 and copy this login node. And in place of account portal, you can select device ID. So this user will be using the device ID and this user will be using the persistent auth. You can also use the Unreal's dev tool. Documentation is updated for that also. You can check that out. And we need to add a new key for 6. And we can say login test 2. Compile and save. And let's play as two windows, two standalone games. Yeah. So let me drag this up here and this here. Nice. So I will press, let me get the screens, other two screens also. I will take them on the off to the second screen. I don't think anything is needed, Abhi. Huh. Yeah. So let's select this and press 6. So this user logged in. As you in the top, you printed the ID. You can check that also. 9. This user also logged in. Now, what was the key for for creating the session? It was 8. So using this account, I will create a session 8, and it created a session, took us to that level. So that means that worked. Now just to verify, I will open up dev portal. Here we are. We can go to game services, matchmaking, and you can see we have one session, but the total number of players is 0. And why is that happening? I will show in a second. But we can go to attributes, session keyword, search keywords, string, not equal, and anything would work, and you will find the session which says not started. Now I will go on this screen and press 7, I think. So it will find that session and join us. And here we are in the same session. Now why it's lagging is because basically Windows is losing control to both of them, and that's why. Although I don't know if it's a good thing to say, but it's a 4090 and still. But yeah, it's pretty much good when you play as a Windows. I don't know why this is happening. It never happened before. Maybe I'm recording. I have Adobe Premiere open, OBS open, and two more programs open on my second screen. But this is pretty smooth. No, this is not a lag because then we would have been corrected by the server. You can see it's not a lag. It's just that this thing is not getting updated correctly. No worries. That's not an issue. Let's close this and let's close this. So our main issue as of now is basically that the session, we two of us joined, but none of the players were registered here. So what we need to do is for that, go to your game mode and add an event on post login. And here, from here, you can get user unique net id, make a branch, and if this is false, just print user net id not valid. Let's make this a red error so that it's pretty much big. And if it is valid, print string registering user. And then from here you can call register eik player in session. The session name we can take from the game instance, which was custom session, and player id we can take it from here. Now if the player was invited by this thing, then you need to check this to be true, but if you don't know how to do that, Discord is the place to help. Now we will also make a print string just for this boolean, that whether the registration was successful or not. And one more thing that we need to do is when the first player registers himself, we should also call start eik session. Now this is not something important, or yeah, we can disconnect it for now. I can just go to the BP third person, and just to show you that that also works, I will create a new key and call start eik session, pass the session name, and done. Let's play. Taking this off to the another screen, taking this also off to another screen. Yeah, firstly it says user ID not valid because both of them have not logged in. Let's press 6 on this one. This player logged in. And 9 on this one. This player also logged in. I can press 8 on this one now. Trying registering user, and the player was registered. Now let me open up the F portal. Yeah, this is the last session. Still, like, it did not update it abhi tak. Okay, yeah, it should be up soon. Till then we can press 7 here, and you can see registering user and true, so both of them were registered. Now the status still has not updated. What was the code for that? I forget very quick. Yeah, it was 4. So let's go back, and I can call 4, and that will also get, like, the session will also get registered. So you can see here, this player, this EIK complete video, we have a session found where it says started. And if you open this up, it says join in progress is turned on, so anyone will still be able to turn on. Now you must be thinking why the total number of players did not update. Let me show you why it did not. So these are the logs for our players, and if I scroll up, here you will say it gives us an error received from backend, uh, errors com.epicgames.com policy missing action, and this ran while the time we were trying to register the users. So you can see this profile is missing the manage player condition. So in a matchmaking condition, the listen servers are not allowed to manage players. So that is not that we something that we want. We want the users to be able to register other users in a session. So you need to go to product settings and clients, and here in the client policy, this client policy is set to P2P. So we need to modify this and just press edit, and from P2P just make it either you can make it game client or you can have a custom policy. If you have made it game client, you can check in the managing player, it still is not valid, so we need to go to create. I did not check game that game client before, so that's why. Yeah, but in custom you need to enable everything. Now whatever policies your game needs, you can turn that on. I will for now add all the things that I feel are important quickly. Array. Yeah, we also need to check this user required. Very important. Proceed. Yeah, so I have turned on most of these settings, but yeah, let's save these and let's close our game now. Let's play again. So earlier it will say user ID not valid. Then I will 6, 9, this player also logged in. 8, create a new session. Registering user, let's go. Game services, matchmaking. Oh, it did not still register. Something must have is wrong. Yeah, this is the session. Yeah, let's join from this. 7, right? Yeah, it does call register function. So yeah, you can see it says error received. It does still does not have the permission. So it's the permissions have not been transformed till now. So like it will take some time, I think. I will update on the docs if it takes how much time that takes. But on the screen, you should be able to see how much time it usually takes. I will just check if I got it updated right now. Yeah, on the client policy, it says the settings have been set. But yeah, but as the error says, we don't still have the permission. As soon as we get the permission, we are well and go. But here we finish our that thing. Just one minor thing that when you have a lobby, then you will not require to register the register the players anyway. That will directly do. And for dedicated servers, you just need this dedicated server turned on and nothing else is required. You just need to run that on event game initialized and the session will be created. And yeah, you also don't need listen for a dedicated server. So it has been 5 to 10 minutes and now it has started registering the players, which is good. Like, yeah, it got registered and the rest of the sessions. Yeah, it's 5 minutes, I think. Yeah, 5 minutes after that, it started registering the players and yeah, it's working properly. Let's close this now and let's, oh, yeah, because I added a key just to register and that's why. But again, let's move on to the next thing. And next thing is player data storage, which is kind of interesting. Like if you have want to store something for the players, this is something really nice. So let's go to EIK, EOS integration kit, storage, and you have this get player storage and set player storage. So earlier this used to take only save data form, but now because users requested, now you can pass any type of binary data and it will take it up. So because we have already tested create and that, we don't need to like need the functions for those, but let's keep them so that if someone needs. Yeah, I will add a new key, new function custom, set new data, and here you need to pass in the file name that you want to get it saved as. That extension is also important, so just always remember, like if you are passing a .sav, then just pass a .sav. But anything will work, like file name .sav will also work. Now you must be thinking how you will get this binary data. So if you drag this, you will notice EOS integration kit, extra, and conversions. You have two things: save object game object to byte array and string to byte array. So you can even store a string on the array, and you can even store data, like if you have some custom data that you want to store, you can also send that to the save data form. So let's get one thing. So random integer, we will just get a random integer and save that in this file name. So let's name this check data, and on success I will print data saved successfully. And then we will made a new custom function. We will name this get data, and from here we will just get eik player storage and copy check data, and this will give you the save data. Same way you can get EOS integration kit conversions and convert them back to string or a save game object. We will get the string, and on success we will just print whatever string it was. Now that are the only two things in the save data for the player storage. We will see the title storage, but before that, let's run this thing. So for login, let's make this key 7. So 7 and 6, we will test the login and remove this 8 and 7. And also this 4 also is not required. So on 4, we will just do one thing. Save, no, set new data and copy this and get data. So I will make this 5. So 6 and 7 will be used to log in, and 4 we will get a new data, and 5 we will set the new data. Oh, or vice versa. Now we don't require 2 players. I will make it 1 and a standalone game and run it. So you can see it's pretty much working properly. If I press 4, it says data saved successfully, and if I press 5, it gives a message. So just to remind you, always this data chunk should be 16 and not 0. That's why it was in the starting not working. But yeah, it's pretty much working now, and this is the text that I passed, and nice that it worked. So the next thing that we need to do, oh, one more thing before I move on, let me just show you something. Here, now you can go to player storage, player data storage, and pass your user's ID and search, and you will get his storage. Now this ID did not had anything. I don't know what is the ID of this user. I can just play and check just to show you how you can see the IDs. 7. Yeah, here is the ID. This is the ID of the user, the second half. Just paste it here and search. And you can see we have this www.txt. You can download, but this is not enough format readable by you, so not will not help anyway. So yeah, let's move on to the next thing. Oh, I closed Chrome. Nice. Let me open it up. So you can go to the title storage and host any file here which you want to be able to be like accessible in the game. So press add file, and you need to generate an basically encryption key. Now the best way to know about this is go to eik.betide.studio, other functions and title storage. You can see what are the use cases of this, and like you can generate an encryption key, and a website is also given where you can generate this. Copy, and this has to be saved, because if you don't save it, you will not be able to update it like after you share this file. Let's name this check file maybe. And now you can upload the file here. Let me upload it. Just uploading a example.txt file. And I will write something here and save and pushing it. And if you just want to override it only for certain people or certain type of clients, you can do that also and save and close. Now this is also saving something check file key. You can store the check file key, not an issue. And when this is done, you should be able to see it here. Now you can go into your game instance and create a new function. Set no, sorry, get title storage. You cannot set any type of title storage from the game. That's a minor thing to let you know. Get a game instance. Oh, so what I'm doing, bro. EIK title storage. Get EIK title storage. You can get the check file name here. This will download the file and give you the data that it contains. Now you can just print it using the extra EIK conversion functions. If you want any type of conversion functions, just post it on Discord and we will add it, not a mind big issue. And play. Oh, we did not add a key, right? Ah, shit. No worries. Let's add a key. We can set it on 4 only. Get title storage and run. And firstly, we will have to log in. 6 login and then 4. So it's loading and it gave the value that it had. So could not open registry file for reading, and then it deleted the local invalid cache file, and then payload is incomplete and it downloaded. So if I press 4 again, it will directly print the value without checking. Just to be clear, okay, this is a key for check file. Now, just to tell you, like all these file downloads and stuff, where they go, you can go to product settings and you will find this cache directory. So you can see that all these cache directories go into the user directory, then the artifact, and then the cache there. So if you want to catch the file from anywhere, you can modify this cache directory and get the files from there. Not a major issue. So the last thing that I want to show is the stats. Let's see how they work. So let's go to the game instance and we will create a new function. Save stats and then uh, yeah, set EIK stats. So you need to pass in the stat name and the stat value. Now we have not created any stat as of now, so we need to create one. So go here on your page and then go to stats under progression. And you can create a stat. Yeah, you can see it has no stats as of now. I can create a stat with the name. Maybe what should we create one? Kills. Like who has got the more number of kills. And this should be sum. So basically we have 4 aggregation types. Sum means like whenever you call this function, whatever the last value is, this will get added to that. Latest means if you call this function at any point, whatever the value you pass will become the value for this player. Min is whenever you pass any value, it will check if that value is less than the value that is already uploaded. And if it is not, then it will leave the last value, or else if it is lower, then it will take the lower. And same for max. If it's more, then it will be saved. Normally, most of us will use sum. So let's keep it sum and create. Now this stat is created. So we can pass in here kills. And for instance, I just pass in 4 that upload success. Same way you can get the stats also. Custom event get stats. You get EIK stats. You can pass multiple stat names and it will give you multiple stats out. I will just need the stats for the kills. You can get the first element, split, and on success, just print it. Compile and save. Go to BP third person. On 4, we will make it set, no, stats, save stats. Oh, sorry. Okay, keep it get stats. On 5, save stats. Okay. Now, but just to let you know, this will also not work. There is a reason. In the subsystem, I don't know why they did so, but you cannot have small cases anywhere. So you need to have all the stats in capital letters, and then only this will work. The same way you need to have it here. You can just delete this one. Sorry, I forgot when I was saying creating this stat. You can make it in capital, sum, and create. Now just let's run this. Login, save stats, 0, 0. So we don't have stats, so it will press 0. Oh, sorry, I'm pressing 4, so it will get the stats. Sorry. If I press 5, it says stats upload success. If I press 4, you can see it now presses, it gives you the value 4. Uh, how many number of times it will give you 4? If I press 5 now, so it should become 8 now. And if yeah, 8. So stats are getting updated correctly. In the same way, you can come back to this docs, close. You can have achievements and leaderboards. These leaderboards, like for instance, I can go to the achievements interface and create a new achievement, and you can select the kills as the achievement number and the number of kills to be 15, and next. Achievement ID, I will just generate something, and the visibility can be shown or hidden. Unlocked icon, you can put something. Now I don't have anything, I don't think so. Yeah, I will put a baby here and here. And logged display name, I will just put some values just to show you, and create. uh which icon is invalid? This one. Okay, I will re-upload it. Now it should create a achievement. It's loading. Yeah. Now we can go out to our game back. So we have 8 as the stats, and search for get EIK achievements. And we can do it every time this EIK success is done. And from achievements, we can just make a get the first one, break, and we can give the ID for this thing. Print a string, and if it is not there, we will press print a string, no achievement. Just to give you an idea, you can also call get EIK achievement description and pass in this. So it will give you more data like the ID, progress, title, log, description, and logged is hidden, unlock time, when did you unlock, and everything. But we don't need it as of now, so let's remove it and run. So as of now, we have not logged unlocked it because the unlocking thing requires 9. So we will press 7, we will log in, we will press 4. So this is 0, 4, 0, 4, 0, and this is currently there is one stat which is logged as of now. I forgot to print the progress. What? Yeah, sorry. Let's print progress also and close this and run. Press 7. Now press 4, 0, and the progress is also 0. Now I will press 5 and 5 once more. So the score will become 8, 4. And you can see on the top the achievement percentage increased to 0.53. I will again press 5 and now press 4. So you can see 0 point, we are just about to break the achievement. So if I again press 5 and 4, so we broke the achievement, and on top you can see DDAAS completed, like we got the achievement and with that icon. Now I can press shift F3 and here achievements, and you can see this achievement has been completed successfully. So congrats, you have now even have achievements. One last thing that I can show you is leaderboards. Now you can create a leaderboard also. Let's name this, but we don't have multiple players, so it won't be like a thing, but you can make a leaderboard in the same way, like check leader, and you can start and just put the end date to be maybe 28 and create. And check leader, you can copy the name, close this, close this, go to your game instance and call a leaderboard here. Get EIK leaderboard, pass in the leaderboard name and custom function get leaderboard. And around rank, basically you can pass in this around rank and the range. So like we need 100, and around rank you can make 100. So basically it will get from minus 100 to 100, sorry, from it will get from 0 to 100. And on a success we will get a for each loop, break this and print this thing, and we can just make an append node, user space nickname space is on rank space d, here it will go with a score of space add pin, and here it goes. Now compile and save, go to BP leaderboard, and from here instead of get stats we will call leaderboard, get leaderboard, compile and save and run. Save selected. So I will log in with as 7 and I will press 4. 4, bro. So you can see user Betide studio is on rank 1 with a score of 20. So as I only have a single thing, and as I told, like the device ID will not have a leaderboard score, and that's why. But same way you can have a leaderboard in your game. Now I only have one ID to test Rosef now, and I cannot disturb my friends just to record this video. You can have multiple people and just check that out. But same way you can get the leaderboard and it will work. So let's finish the video here only. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope this video is would have been helpful for you. If you have any other doubts, Discord is open, comment section is open. Consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. The last time I'm saying in this video. The last time, sorry. And yeah, bye. Meet you in the next one.